Make sure that y'all smash that like button. Oh my God. And hit that hype button during survival. We must speak about this. We must stand as a people. Oh my God. Because this is something we've been dealing with for a very long time. So we must meditate. Everyone, light your candles. Get your garlic. Because the vampires are in Brooklyn. Look up. Justin Bieber, we are standing with you. I've been standing with Justin ever since the beginning. And I shouldn't be crying, but I'm going to stand strong for Justin. I understand his anger with Usher and Usher's Super Bowl skates. Oh my God. You could have helped that boy because you knew what he went through during survival. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to the lounge, beautiful. Lamar in the building. Oh my God. T. Adams, everyone, put your prayer hands up. ATL, Latrice, GTB, XI, Lulu. We must stand. Everyone, we must stand together because this is heart-wrenching. This is very heart-wrenching. I got to put my glasses on. This is crazy, guys. We must blow out the freaky deaky freak off candles. Shout out to all of y'all. Prayer hands up. Garlic in the chat. We need garlic in the chat. And I want to let y'all know if we have any vampires or any thought that we have vampires in the building, we got to put the garlic inside of the chat to protect us all and to protect all of our tasty cakes at once. I'ma just let my eyes just be out, guys. So Justin Bieber finally ran down on Usher. Bells of Bible. Usher didn't know what to do. Justin Bieber was throwing them hands. Usher was skipping and sliding in the motherfucking Super Bowl skates. He didn't know where them punches was coming from. Bells of Bible. But how don't you know where the punches is coming from, Usher? You took that boy down to Diddy's freak off dungeon. Diddy Glover's freak off camp and got that boy's back blowed out. Pure survival. So why would he forgive you, Usher? You still want to stand with Diddy Glover? You want to stand with Russell Simmons and Russell Simmons yoga pants and his creepy ass facial expressions, Usher? This is horrific, guys. Smash that like button. Justin Bieber and Usher had a huge fight. And I'm talking about they were swinging. Punches was being thrown. Punches was being thrown. This is crazy, guys.
TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but
now they unfollowed each other weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But to me, Justin Bieber had cut Usher off around the Super Bowl time. When Diddy Glover sent Usher those Super Bowl skates from jail, he was done with him because Justin Bieber was going to testify. He was allegedly going to testify that Diddy allegedly blonked his back out when he was 14. Pure Bible. And Usher had refused to stand with Justin Bieber. Why wouldn't you stand with this boy when you the one who dropped him off? Pure Bible. It makes no sense, Usher, to know that you sleep upside down. And you sleep upside down and your skates is stuck to the ceiling. Your vampire set of skates. This is crazy. Beyonce and Jay-Z had a motherfucking Oscars after party, a Oscars freak off after party, and I think Justin went there on purpose. He went there on purpose because he knew Usher was going to be in there putting freak off cherries in people's mouths. Pure survival probably got goddamn Tina Knowles alleged poison inside of those cherries. I would never let Usher put a cherry in my woman's mouth. Pure survival. He ain't put one in mine either. I told y'all, we went to his concert in Vegas and he was coming around with the motherfucking cherries. I'm looking at her like, baby, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna knock that basket of cherries over. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy, and I'm standing with Justin. I'm telling you, I'm standing with I'm Justin.
TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded. Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties.
You hear that? Usher stood there while Justin Bieber's tasty cakes was being passed around like a freak off frisbee. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Usher is wrong. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that because Usher allegedly got his back blown out by Diddy Glover when he was a kid, that Usher didn't know what he was doing. It's up to y'all. What do y'all think? Because to me, Usher and his mom should have been reported Diddy Glover. You should have never took his honey buns down to Diddy's dungeon. Why would you take Justin Bieber's yellow honey buns down to the dungeon when you know that you allegedly was put in the hospital by Diddy Glover? This is crazy. Smash that like button, everybody in the building.
Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut. This beef is far from over because TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded. Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties. Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut.
They're scrambling and scraping to keep Justin Bieber's mouth shut. Do y'all hear that? Justin Bieber is ready to tell all. He's ready to tell all and come out with a tell all book. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Usher was talking about Justin Bieber and why Justin Bieber wouldn't perform at the Super Bowl. And he was trying to like act like, no, he just don't want to perform, but me and him still cool. Why would he unfollow you? He didn't want to stand next to you or your Super Bowl skates because he know you was still standing up for Diddy Glover.
Why didn't things work out with Justin Bieber?
You know what? They did work out with Justin. You know, I honored and recognized that my brother, you know, you know, I think that it might have been the fact that he was just, you know, wanting to tell a different story right now, and I understand.
Yes, Justin Bieber. Do y'all hear this? Usher is saying it out of his own mouth, pure survival, that Justin Bieber wanted to tell his own story. What was his own story, Usher? You know what I'm talking about? You still running around. It's 7 o'clock on the dot, surviving Diddy Glover's cock, cruising the streets. Oh yeah, he got a whole lot of baby oil inside the dungeon waiting for me. Justin wanted to tell his own story, and Usher didn't want him to snitch. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't things work out with Justin Bieber?
You know what? They did work out with Justin. You know, I honored and recognized that my brother, you know, you know, I think that it might have been the fact that he was just, you know, wanting to tell a different story right now, and I understand that. But we did have a brief conversation, and you know, we're gonna do something else in the future. But there's no love lost or anything like that.
And he talking about they're going to do something in the future. No, no, no. Justin Bieber was just trying to take Usher's head off his shoulders. Pure survival. Justin Bieber been dropping songs, all types of stuff, trying to give you a hint on what he went through with Diddy Glover, and you still kept ignoring what the boy went through. You seen, everybody know what Justin Bieber went through. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that Diddy smashed Justin Bieber.
But Usher, in his own words on the Howard Stern show, like when I tell you guys, these demons hide in plain sight, like Diddy, he said on Howard Stern, Puffy would have his parents send him to flavor camp at 13 years old. Your parents are sending you to a camp with a grown man, Pat. I know, I'm around you all the time. I know we're your kids, and I know you trust me, and I love you. Would you ever send your 13, would you send Tico?
Stop it.
Are you freaking nuts? I don't care how famous he is. And in this interview, Rob, you don't have to play, he says, Howard Stern's like, oh, I bet you there was girls and orgies. And he's talking to him as he's 13, and he said, there was very curious things happen. And then you got a video of Usher and Diddy in his bedroom with Kevin Hart, and he's interviewing him. And he said, I would wake up in the morning with Usher in the morning, and then
And y'all remember when Diddy Glover was talking about waking up in the morning with Usher fighting this little 13-year-old boy over cereal. You fighting a 13-year-old boy over cereal, pure survival, telling him he can't have no Captain Crunch, telling him he can't have no Fruit Loops. You had to wrestle and fight with Diddy Glover and survive that vampire breath, Usher, knowing this. So why would you take Justin Bieber over there so he got to wrestle and fight to survive for a Lunchable and survive for some motherfucking sugar smacks? This is crazy. Or some honeycombs. That's the only kind of cereal Diddy let them get was some honeycombs. What a coinky dink. All they could get was honeycombs. This is crazy, guys. Smash that like button, man. This is awful.
But Usher, in his own words on the Howard Stern show, like when I tell you guys, these demons hide in plain sight, like Diddy, he said on Howard Stern, Puffy would have his parents send him to flavor camp at 13 years old. Your parents are sending you to a camp with a grown man, Pat. I know, I'm around you all the time. I know we're your kids, and I know you trust me, and I love you. Would you ever send your 13, would you send Tico?
Stop it.
Are you freaking nuts? I don't care how famous he is. And in this interview, Rob, you don't have to play, he says, Howard Stern's like, oh, I bet you there was girls and orgies. And he's talking to him as he's 13, and he said, there was very curious things happen. And then you got a video of Usher and Diddy in his bedroom with Kevin Hart, and he's interviewing him. And he said, I would wake up in the morning with Usher in the morning, and then he catches himself, and it's a moment where they're all laughing and it's all a joke. But Usher in his own,
and y'all all heard it. Shout out to Kelly, just hit that super chat. Now, how the F I'm gonna be late for Justin Bieber? Yes, Justin Bieber swung on Usher at Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscar freak-off party. You know what I mean? But we've been hearing that Diddy allegedly buttered Justin Bieber's biscuit, and Usher took him there.
Because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this shit is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile on your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours.
And that's a fact. Justin Bieber, Usher had the guardianship and turned his tasty cakes over to Diddy Glover when he allegedly put you in the hospital, Usher. And Gene Deal, Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps Gene Deal's kneecaps said this. Kelly said, I do know Justin Bieber was seen leaving the party without his wife. That's crazy, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, he was fighting Usher. You know, but Gene Deal's kneecaps, shout out to Art of Dialogue. Gene Deal's kneecaps said that Diddy put Usher in the hospital, and they did have an affair when he was young, and they did have an affair. You know what I'm saying? And I know Gene Deal's kneecaps would not have been lying. Diddy's ex-bodyguard's kneecaps told
Looking
it.
at this lawsuit, right? Lil Roy, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl. Right. So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him.
And you see this? This is why Justin Bieber is mad. Usher is going on platforms talking about how good Diddy Glover taught him, how good Diddy Glover treated him. We saw what you went through, Usher. It looked very inappropriate. Smash that like button if y'all think that Diddy Glover smashed Usher when he was just a daggone kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get them likes up if y'all think that Diddy smashed Usher and smashed Justin Bieber. How would Justin Bieber feel knowing he was a young boy just like you was, pure survival, and he ready to testify against Diddy Glover, but you don't want to testify against Diddy Glover. You still want to protect the Glover family. Mrs. Glover, Janice Glover. You want to defend the Glovers. When Justin Bieber's trying to survive the Glovers.
To mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around there in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation.
Wow, you hear that? This is Diddy's bodyguard, Gene Deal. Gene Deal's kneecaps said for sure everybody that was around knew that Usher and Diddy was smashing. This is what Gene Deal's kneecaps is saying, that they were smashing.
No, that was around there in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Wow. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know.
Why would you give this man a pass if he shattered your ass? Bible. Smash that like button, guys. You hear Gene Deal's kneecaps saying that Diddy put Usher in a hospital.
And people know that was around there in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room.
Now, if you listen to what Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard Gene Deal's kneecaps is saying, Kim Porter was there, Keith Sweat's baby mom was there. All of these people was at Diddy's freak off dungeon, including Usher and Usher's Super Bowl skates. Gene Deal and his kneecaps both was there. He was the bodyguard that was there.
Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow. Did y'all
Now
just
I'm telling that.
Did you just hear that? Everybody smash that like button. Get them likes up. We need 1,000 likes in the building. Diddy Glover was getting Bible head. He was getting Bible head. You know what I'm saying? And Usher, Diddy walked away from the girl he was getting Bible head from. And then Usher walked up to her in front of Gene Deal's kneecaps and kissed this girl in the mouth while Diddy Glover's children was in there. This is crazy.
One of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow.
Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right.
Wow. Everybody smash that like button if y'all agree with Gene Deal and agree with Gene Deal's kneecaps. He's stating that Usher, you're defending somebody that the whole world know did you dirty during survival. You know what I'm saying? And you even admitted that you still have nightmares. Nightmares on Diddy Glover Street. When you go to sleep at night, you still have freak off nightmares. You know what I'm saying? You said it out of your own mouth, Usher. Usher said he has nightmares of hanging out with Diddy Glover. So what did Diddy do to where Usher is having nightmares? Where is this shit? Look.
After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why
You remember saying this, Usher? That you were too young to be in the parties, pure survival. You wanted to be in the studio. You wanted to work. You wanted to do what your dream was, Usher. So what did you think that Justin Bieber wanted to do when he was 4 and 5 years old when you dropped him off at Diddy's freak off dungeon? You're saying it yourself, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is why Justin Bieber took a swing at him. Smash that like button, guys.
After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight. We would. After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs?
Why would you have a 13-year-old in a club during survival? Can somebody explain that? Why did Diddy Glover feel comfortable taking a 13-year-old to a party? And then you wonder why Justin Bieber is still mad at Usher for not wanting to tell. And he's been zombied out, high, drunk, on every bit of drugs, still trying to fight what he went through as a kid. When he's out looking like this. You see how drugged out this boy look, Pure Survival? I don't even know what Justin Bieber is saying right here. He said, you just a little bit bitch. You just a itty bit bitch. You just, like, this is trauma, guys. Smash that like button and prayers for Justin Bieber during survival, especially for the fact that he wants to step up. He wants to tell. Yes, it's meth. Yes, this is a definite meth high, methamphetamine, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that Usher was supposed to have been his big brother, if I want to step up and say what Diddy Glover did to me, and he did the same thing to you, pure survival, I'm going to feel some type of way, because why don't you want to tell? The whole world has been talking about this. We've seen these videos floating all around the internet. Usher, Justin Bieber should not look like the zombie that had stole Christmas. There's so many videos showing Justin Bieber zombied out.
Why was Justin Bieber acting so off at Coachella? No wonder everyone's concerned after these clips went viral. He looked drained, distant, barely holding it together. Now the internet's in full meltdown mode. Selena Gomez just got engaged, and fans are convinced Justin is spiraling. These clips might be the proof. Watch this and tell me he's okay. Why was Justin Bieber acting so off at...
And Justin Bieber looked like one of the crackheads that be in Kensington in Philadelphia. He shouldn't have to look like this during survival. He should not look like one of the crackheads that be out there sleeping in Kensington. You know what I'm saying? This is trauma. This is anxiety. When you're dealing with, and there's so many demons that did stuff to Justin Bieber in Hollywood. And Candace Owens was speaking about this. So Usher, how can you deny this when everybody's been talking about it? Everybody get them likes up. We need them likes all the way up to the moon. If y'all are supporting Justin Bieber, if y'all not hitting the like button, double tapping that screen, then I'm gonna assume that y'all are all Diddy Glover supporters. Are y'all Diddy supporters? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm starting to believe. Justin Bieber put hands on Usher. He didn't care about his security. He didn't care about none of that. You know what I mean? And they did this at Beyonce and Jay-Z's after party. So you're not going to tell me that they was just fighting for no reason. No, they've been fighting for what we've been hearing about for years. This is what they've been fighting about.
An alleged tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went on to become a household name. Porter alleges that when she discovered those videotapes of Sean and his sexual encounters in the bedroom in this vault, she made copies of them as protection for herself. Realized that.
And this is that tape. There is an alleged freak-off tape with Diddy Glover blowing Justin Bieber's back out. And then it's one where Justin Bieber is older, allegedly, and Justin Bieber's throwing it back, throwing his cakes back. You know what I'm saying? And to me, he was grouped into that. If Justin Bieber was throwing it back because he already was possessed by these people. He was already possessed. So he's throwing it back in the tape.
Like the two hip hop stars formerly managed by Diddy and the then 18-year-old pop star, I would have never known. The book publisher is claiming that it was the friends that gave him this thumbnail, the friends that provided this memoir. The friends also provided copies
of this freak-off tape.
understand, as a boy who just knew how to sing and play the guitar and just did both of those things on YouTube. And then he was scooped up, and suddenly he was a part of people like Diddy going after him and saying, hey man, why don't you pick up my phone calls? There's actually a video of that. Diddy and Justin Bieber looks to be like 15 years old and said, why aren't you picking up my phone calls? And he's like, oh, I know you were trying to contact me through people and I don't have
Yes, do y'all remember the video where Diddy Glover ran down on Justin and was questioning him about why you ain't been calling me? How come we ain't been hanging out? How come we ain't been on a sliding board together? Pure survival. I'm sitting up here in the sliding board and you down in between my legs. Justin, why you ain't been calling me? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And Usher, you still trying to stand with him.
my phone calls. There's actually a video of that. Diddy and Justin Bieber looks to be like 15 years old and said, why aren't you picking up my phone calls? And he's like, oh, I know you were trying to contact me through people and I don't have your number. And the next thing we know, Justin is at Diddy's parties. And in this one video, it looks like whatever Justin is doing, and I'm not going to show it out of just respect for the fact that I truly believe that Justin Bieber is a victim. But whatever he is doing in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious. I can show you a still from that video.
And this is the video where Justin Bieber was making Odell Beckham's wiener disappear. Making his wiener disappear. And this is the video where I feel like the industry did this on purpose. Pure survival. They got Justin Bieber drugged out, you know what I'm saying, and had him making their wieners disappear so they could put it on tape so they could humiliate him. As a matter of fact, everybody smashed that like button. I think I have the video where Justin Bieber was making Odell Beckham's wiener disappear. And the reason why, like I said, it was to humiliate him. And look who was there. Diddy Glover. We got 1,500 people. Everybody smashed that like button. Look at Diddy right there in the dark. Hiding in the daggone dark while they had surrounded Justin Bieber like a rap cipher. Trey Songz, the motherfucking Odell Beckham, they're sitting there damn near kind of running the train on him. And Diddy, to me, sent them down there to do that and get it on tape so they can embarrass him and dangle it over his head. Look at this. Look at Diddy Glover. Wow. Wow. Look at them ganging up on Justin Bieber, guys. This is Justin Bieber's head in between Odell Beckham's thighs, making his wiener disappear. This is Justin Bieber's head right here. It's 1,600 people in the building. Everyone smash that like button. We need 1,000 likes. I'm not going to finish until y'all double tap that screen. This is that we are standing for Justin Bieber. We're not making fun, but we have to tell the truth. Why would they record this boy doing this unless this was some kind of humiliation ritual? Unless this was some kind of humiliation ritual. Pure survival. He was going to town. And Trey Songz is standing right here watching it. And watch how Justin Bieber get up and like wipe his mouth off because he got caught. Wow. Look at that. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that the industry set this up on purpose. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that Justin Bieber just didn't care for y'all to see him on his knees like that. You know what I'm saying? Going to town. This is a humiliation ritual. Pure survival. Even if he was the LBG community, shout out to the LBG community. That's his business. That's his business. So why did they have to record this? And then Usher, you sitting there knowing that Justin Bieber went through this. Pure survival. And you still want to keep your mouth closed when Justin Bieber had to have his mouth wide open for Odell Beckham? Yo, this is just crazy, man. Smash that like button. Look at that. Wow. And look at Trey Songz. He just standing there talking. I bet the vampires know your name. You's a sneaky, you's a demon. I bet the vampires know your name. You sitting there with one of them drinks, and this is probably the drink that they put in. I put one in the chat if y'all think that they put something in Justin Bieber's drink. Because I think that they laced his drink this night too. Ain't no way he's giving bobblehead on the dance floor like this on the dance floor, not caring. He's a multi-motherfucking billionaire. And Trey Songz is standing there talking about, I got next. Talk about, hold on, hurry up. I got next. This is crazy, guys. Put your prayer hands up for Justin Bieber. And man, and Usher, and you still don't want to stand up. And even like I said, if Justin Bieber's with the LBG community, that's his business. But why they kept putting Justin Bieber on camera every time he was out kissing and making out with a man? You know what I mean? Knowing he was married to Haley, which I believe Haley knows Justin's sexuality if he goes both ways. They was trying to humiliate that boy on purpose. This is why Justin Bieber been trying to get away from all of them demons. But they were putting shit on camera. When he was kissing a dude right here, this guy right here, he's like a billionaire or something that he was making out with. Right here. This man right here. What the hell is going on?
Even he was like, what is going on? Just look at what Justin Bieber was trying to do.
Look at that.
Even he was like, what is going on? Just look at what Justin Bieber...
And that's Justin Bieber's manager right here, Pure Survival. He's the one that backstabbed Justin Bieber and turned Justin Bieber over to Usher. He's the one who did it. You see Justin Bieber sitting there high out his mind, Pure Survival, about to make out with this billionaire, and it just seems like he's sitting there playing it off like he's looking like he don't know what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that he knew what was going on and he was the one recording Justin, a part of that industry thing. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can humiliate this boy. Thank you, baby, for letting everybody know to smash that like button. We are not playing. We're going to stand with Justin, and we're going to stand with the rest of the minors that was violated. This man's a mega star, but y'all want to record him kissing a man just so y'all could try to do something to his reputation. You know what I'm saying? And probably gave him ecstasy, whatever they got him horny like there. You know what I'm saying?
was trying to do.
Look at that.
Even he was like, what is going on? Just look at what Justin Bieber was trying to do.
And they got him all riled up and got him all horny, you know what I'm saying, on purpose. And even Jaguar Wright been saying that shit with Usher, knowing what you did.
Who's claiming he recorded it? Oh, somebody that got paid? Just like it wasn't semen on food.
Now look, Jaguar Wright was talking about how they paid somebody to get Justin Bieber to make Odell Beckham wiener disappear and Trey Songz wiener disappear, to record it. Somebody was getting paid to humiliate Justin Bieber.
Who's claiming he recorded it? Oh, somebody that got paid? Just like it wasn't semen or fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout. Who's claiming he recorded it? Oh, somebody that got paid? Just like it wasn't semen or fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
And that's what they did. They set Justin Bieber up. You know what I'm saying? And remember when Justin Bieber came out at the Grammy Awards or the Oscars or something, he came out and got buck-ass naked just recently? I feel like he was wiping away the spirits and the demons from these sick people. He was wiping the spirits away.
Bieber stripping down his vocals and stripping off his clothes.
Y'all remember this? When Justin Bieber stripped down naked, just what, like a couple months ago? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that this was Justin Bieber trying to wash off these demons, wash off the industry. You know what I'm saying? To get completely naked like this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was him letting them know I'm done. Justin Bieber unfollowed all of these people, then came out buck-ass naked, Pure Survival. You know what I mean? Tasty Cakes on the guitar. This was what he was trying to do. And I believe Usher, you keep calling him your little brother and all of this stuff like that. He probably feel like, damn, if you my brother, then why aren't you standing up with me? Everybody put the garlics in the building. Thank you, baby, for putting the garlic. Put the garlic emojis in the chat, just in case we have any vampires in the building. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly just hit that super chat again. Praise our Bible. She said, Justin cry out for Jesus too much to be apart. Yes, you're right, Kelly. That's why he's always talking about Jesus and amen and stuff like that, because he knows what he went through with these people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all put the garlic in the chats, because they could pay somebody to come in my chat, like the industry people. And y'all remember when he was having an affair with Jaden Smith in public? Right here. Somebody recorded that. Look, and I don't even trust you, Jaden. Jaden had his wiener print pressed up on Justin Bieber's tasty cakes, Pierce her Bible, and they were making out in public. Probably had Justin Bieber so high that he didn't even know he was outside. Pierce her Bible. This man probably got a camera in his hoodie, probably got a recorder. This dude with this Hawaiian shirt on probably recording. All of these people out here knowing that they are having this rendezvous, this public rendezvous at the same time that him and Haley was married. Pierce her Bible. Right when Diddy Glover got arrested, him and Jayden just bursted out having this public rendezvous. Watch how they kiss during this rendezvous. Look at this. Did you see that? He was giving him a mark of passion in public. Wow. And you know that him and Justin Bieber was probably lovers since they were kids. Since they were kids. Think about it. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, Miss Alopecia, Pierce her Bible, in her Timberland boots and the fitted ball cap. Y'all know I still have the Miss Alopecia Timberland boots. I still have the Jada Pinkett Miss Alopecia Timberland boots that Bolai was talking about. She probably took these Timberland boots to Justin Bieber's tasty cakes. You know what I'm saying? But I believe when they was at Diddy's freak off parties, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they let Jaden and all the other little young industry kids all go in one room together. And that's when they was in there doing what they saw these grown people was doing in these other rooms. Pierce her Bible. So they've been having an affair ever since they were kids. But this is what they set for. This is what the industry set for, man. I'm sorry. Like, come on, man. And Diddy told Justin Bieber when he was a kid that he knows better to be telling people what he's been doing with Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? Kelly been hitting that super chat like crazy. Shout out to Kelly. Praise the Bible. Everybody tell Secret of the Truth happy birthday. Secret of the Truth, happy birthday to you. Everybody tell Secret of the Truth happy birthday. Praise the Bible. But Diddy told that boy, don't tell nobody what I've been doing with you, Justin.
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he got access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Wow. Now, why would Diddy Glover say on national television that Justin Bieber knows better not to be telling the world what he's doing with Big Brother Freak Off Puff on national television? If nothing never happened, Usher. Since you still keep trying to deny it, why would Diddy say that he knows better not to tell anybody? You know what I'm saying? We seen the grooming with our own two face when Diddy said it's a dream come true for a 15-year-old to be in a dungeon with him. This is how he was grooming Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber looked like he was like 2 years old right there.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time. Right here? Yeah, this will be yours.
So, it's a little dusty, but you know, fresh out of it.
Man. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come out, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You can ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit.
Wow. I'm 15. You can ride in the passenger seat. I'm 15. Looking like he's about 3 or 4 right here. Pierce the Bible. Look how heavy and baggy Justin Bieber hat was. That was probably Diddy Glover's freak off hat he put on his head. It probably had drugs in that hat and everything. I do not trust that hat. You know what I'm saying? But he had this boy excited. Had him thinking all of this. Look, you're going to get this car. You're going to get... This is wild, man. Smash that like button.
Not yet.
No.
16.
No, 16. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One
okay?
step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Wow. Did y'all see the lizard tongue? Smash that like button if y'all seen the lizard tongue. I told y'all that Diddy Glover has a lizard tongue. When he put that tongue out, it can go all the way around to the back of his motherfucking head. Pierce the Bible. He looked at Justin and gave him the lizard tongue. Watch this.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One
okay?
step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you
Watch this. You got to catch the lizard tongue.
go.
I'm good to go.
Look, did y'all seen it? Smash that like button if y'all seen the lizard tongue come out of his mouth. Pierce the Bible. Put the reptiles in the chat. If you seen the lizard tongue.
Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down.
Wow.
Okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16.
Watch this.
You good to go.
Good.
Wow. Wow. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at the lizard tongue. Pierce the Bible. He's looking at Justin saying, you're going to be able to get this when you get older. And why did this tongue have to come out? Pierce the Bible. He knew that he wanted to eat Justin Bieber alive right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy, guys. Smash that like button. We need 500 more likes. Everybody got to double tap that screen so YouTube can push this out. Justin Bieber needs to know that we are standing with him. We know that this wasn't your fault. We know this wasn't your fault.
Yeah. All right. Then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay.
Wow.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
Wow. So wherever he was doing to this baby, oh my God. He said where we're going for 48 hours, it can't be disclosed. It can't be disclosed. Do y'all think, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy Glover took Justin Bieber to Epstein Island. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he took some to his dungeon. Because if it was a place that couldn't be disclosed, and after we heard about Epstein, I'm thinking it was Epstein's Island where he took him at.
They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Wow.
I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So.
Now, do you hear this, Usher? Do you hear this? Diddy Glover just admitted that he had legal guardianship of you, Usher. And you took Justin Bieber down there because you were trying to save yourself, Usher. I'm sick of you and I'm sick of them Super Bowl skates. And so is Justin Bieber because you still don't want to be honest. You still don't want to be honest, and we got the footage. Oh my God. I got to go back to Candace. The way Candace Owens break it down, she exposed the other people in Hollywood that did it to him. Not even just Diddy Glover. All of the demons. Smash that like button, guys. This is horrific.
Was obviously extremely young when he entered the industry, extremely innocent when he entered the industry, an industry that he did not quite understand as a boy who just knew how to sing and play the guitar and just did both of those things on YouTube. And then he was scooped up, and suddenly he was a part of people like Diddy going after him and saying, hey man, why don't you pick up my phone calls? There's actually a video of that. Diddy and Justin Bieber looks to be like 15 years old and said, why aren't you picking up my phone calls? And he's like, oh, I know you were trying to contact me through people and I don't have your number. And the next thing we know, Justin is at Diddy's parties. And in this one video, it looks like whatever Justin is doing, and I'm not going to show it out of just respect for the fact that I truly believe that Justin Bieber is a victim. But whatever he is doing in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious. I can show you a still from that video because I think the relevant part is Justin Bieber is not sober. He is clearly very heavily under the influence at this party.
And they got him like
that
this.
Lawsuit that the producer Rodney dropped against Diddy, he said that unbeknownst to all of these people, they were being drugged at Diddy's parties, that they were pouring out the liquor bottles and replacing it with other drugs. He kept speaking about this pink drug, this mix, this cocktail of cocaine and MDMA, and that people that think they're just drinking vodka or just drinking water are actually all being drugged. And then once they're drugged, they do very vulnerable things.
Wow, see? They was giving Justin Bieber the freak off cocktail. They was giving him the cock and freak off cocktails on top of that. You see what I'm saying? The boy was drugged. Smash that like button. He was drugged. You know what I'm saying? That's sad.
And MDMA, and that people that think they're just drinking vodka or just drinking water are actually all being drugged. And then once they're drugged, they do very vulnerable things. It has long been suspected that the person that people are now putting the dots together in Kim Porter's allegations that Diddy had under his thumb was Justin Bieber, and that he may have done some inappropriate things with him. And what I will say is that this very much fits the narrative. You know, we saw tons of videos of Justin Bieber. When he got together with Hailey, he was crying a lot outside of churches. He was finding his way back to God, but he was having a lot of emotional breakdowns.
And why do y'all think that Justin Bieber been doing all that crying? Why do y'all think that he's been having these emotional breakdowns and on these emotional roller coasters? You know what I'm saying? That industry is insane. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have never known this if I didn't start to survive the industry, because he's traumatized, Seeker of the Truth. You're absolutely right, birthday girl. You dig me? Like it's trauma.
And that he may have done some inappropriate things with him. And what I will say is that this very much fits the narrative. You know, we saw tons of videos of Justin Bieber. When he got together with Hailey, he was crying a lot outside of churches. He was finding his way back to God, but he was having a lot of emotional breakdowns. And what I sensed from those public emotional breakdowns, and only public obviously because the press was following him, was that he was coming to terms with the fact that he had been engaged in darkness unwillingly. And
Justin Bieber was coming to terms that he was engaging with darkness. Smash that like button if y'all believe that. He was engaging with darkness. The vampire's head was cast in his soul, and he's been trying to cleanse from these people.
Him was that he was coming to terms with the fact that he had been engaged in darkness unwillingly. And Justin Bieber probably has a lot of shame about that. He probably feels shame, first and foremost, as a man, as a husband, and as someone who has successfully created a new life for himself with his wife, Hailey Bieber. And so what I want to say to Justin Bieber and to everybody that's following the situation, is that Justin Bieber is a victim. I was horrified when I saw this, not because of the idea that Justin Bieber would be engaged in these sorts of things at these parties, but because I understood that this was a kid who was intentionally targeted by
Y'all
Diddy.
heard that? This was a kid. Justin was a kid that was intentionally targeted. He is a victim. You know what I mean? Not a participant. You know, we got over 1,000 people, guys. Everybody smash that like button. Like, I will sit here and wait till it's nobody in the building until we get them likes up. If everybody double tap that screen, it'll already be 1,000 likes in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. I don't like to tell y'all that all day long. Pure survival. Once it becomes 1,000 likes, that's when I stop saying it. You know, I get tired of getting emails from YouTube telling me, hey, you better tell them to smash the like button or the demons are going to come get you or they're going to come get me. Is that what y'all want? To where I can't come and break it down to y'all? You know what I'm saying? And then I get my soul casted and then I come up here and do witchcraft on y'all? Because that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start doing witchcraft. I'm taking off the medallions. I'm getting rid of the garlic. And I'm going to just become like Beyonce. I'm just going to be a Beyonce's witchcraft person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is just crazy that Justin went through this.
The video show told that he wants to party with him. He makes it clear that Diddy is trying to contact him through people. And then he finally subjects himself and agrees to give his number. And then we saw an entirely different Justin Bieber. We saw Justin Bieber who was always wearing sunglasses, who was partying, who was very obviously involved in drugs. He spoke at length about his addiction. And Justin Bieber didn't do that to himself. Like I said, Justin Bieber was, in my view, a child victim. And as these videos are circulating on the internet, I want to make sure people remember that and give him the grace as someone who has somehow survived this, turned to family, turned to faith, and is still very much struggling with all of this. For people to give him the grace and the courage and the prayers to hopefully one day find within himself the strength to speak out about what happened.
Wow, see that? And shout out to Candace Owens for that. That's what I'm standing for. Justin Bieber, we got to give him grace. No matter how many videos we seeing of him doing things that we couldn't imagine him doing, pure survival, that he's a victim. He was set up. They was recording this boy without his permission, pure survival, making him do all kinds of sick things to mess him up because Justin was running from the industry. Justin's been ready to tell, but they've been like, yo, if you tell, we're going to put this out or we're going to do, you know what I mean? Like they casted his soul, man.
For that and give him the grace as someone.
Hold on, what she say? Right. You, Jamil, is a mess. He cut up today.
Who has somehow survived this, turned to family, turned to faith, and is still very much struggling with all of this. For people to give him the grace and the courage and the prayers to hopefully one day find within himself the strength to speak out about what happened. Anyways, it seems to be that it is all falling down in Hollywood. There are tons of people who should be called out, people who weren't young like Justin Bieber, people like LeBron James, who has been outwardly speaking about how great Diddy parties are, traveling around with Diddy.
Yeah, see, she coming at a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? That was watching this stuff go on with Justin, man. Like, and it's just too much like footage of things that they was doing to Justin, man. Like, which is crazy. But like she said, Justin was a victim.
This person is supposed to be the king.
And this is why he went and swung on Usher, guys. Smash that like button, guys.
TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded. Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties. Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut.
Scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut. So we got to stand with Justin. Smash that like button because they're trying to stop him from speaking out. They're really trying to silence him and make like that's why you think they playing videos of Justin throwing water bottles at people and all this stuff? They're doing this because he's ready to tell. And I don't think it's just telling on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like when he bursted out crying, I never got over this video right here.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turning their back on you in a second.
A 2022 interview from Justin Bieber has resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's legal drama. In the sit-down with Zane Lowe 4 years ago, Justin isn't talking about the disgraced media mogul directly, but his past trauma in the music industry, his album Changes, and being a newlywed to wife Haley.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
You heard him? He said he was just living in this shame. He was just living in this shame from his past. What shame is that? You know what I'm saying? He was living in his shame. And we love Justin Bieber's music. We love his talent. We didn't even know that he was living in shame until we found out this stuff that they was doing to this boy in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't allowed to tell. And now he want to tell, and Usher wants to be a goddamn punk about it and not stand up with Justin. Everybody smash that like button. Double tap that screen. We need 300 more likes. This is crazy, man.
His album Changes and being a newlywed to wife Haley.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Talk of the video comes after footage of Diddy and Justin also resurfaced on social media recently.
Not anyone could just be in the position that I'm in.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them.
Wow. Often electronically record them. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy was recording Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? And there's the sex tapes that they already said that's out there. You know what I mean? Allegedly, they said Oprah Winfrey bought one of the Justin Bieber joints for $75,000. And you see how them tapes didn't come out yet? None of them tapes came out in that trial. You know what I'm saying? They hide stuff from us, guys. Just like I told y'all before, all those mansions that caught on fire in LA, look how we not talking about that no more. All the mansions that got burned down. I think it was freak-off tapes in the mansions. Pure survival. None of there was all mansions burning down for some reason. When Diddy got locked up, they said, we got to burn all of this stuff. Give me the gasoline. Give me the gasoline. Give me the baby oil. We're going to squirt some of this shit on the fire. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, man, it's just very demonic when you put it all together.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time.
During the Zane Lowe interview, Justin breaks down in tears when talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish, who at the time quickly rose to superstar status.
I just wanted to be a good example, and it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me. And
you hear this? It was hard for me being in the industry and everybody's telling me they love me. That's what they do. Pure survival. They lie. They tell you that they love you. They do you. You can hear it in the emotions of how Justin Bieber is talking right here. Pure survival that he was talking about Diddy Glover and other demons. You can hear the emotion. And he was afraid for the Billie Eilish girl to come in the industry because he didn't want her to go through what he went through. What did he go through? Where does this come from? No, we know where it comes from. Pure survival. It comes from these vampires. They sucked his blood took his soul, and Justin's taking it back. And we taking it back with you, Justin. We don't need Usher to stand up. Usher still want to be under the industry's sick demonic rules. Leave him there by himself. You know what I mean? Shout out to UK Frostbite. You are going view yummy Justin's immigrant Instagram. I gotta go see it. Did he put something new up there? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man.
You know, just turn their back on you in a second. I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
When it comes to what Justin thinks of Diddy's allegations, a source tells ET Justin's not focused on what is going on with Diddy or the allegations against him. Instead, our insiders...
Yes, Justin had to be quiet at that time because you remember when Diddy checked checked Justin Bieber for a wire before he went to jail. Diddy knew that Justin was ready to tell. I believe Justin probably told Diddy Glover, look, I'm ready to tell, like to free myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why Diddy was checking him for a wire. Smash that like button right before he went to jail. Look at him. Look at this. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that Diddy was checking Justin Bieber for a wire right here. Pills of Bible. This was 3 or 4 days before he went to jail. Why did he have to pat down Justin during survival? Why didn't he pat down and check Usher for a wire? You want to know why? Because Usher wasn't going to tell. Usher was over there at Russell Simmons' Freak Off Island, his Freak Off Island with those yoga pants, meditating, bombing out on each other's kinks. You know what I mean? He knew Justin Bieber was ready to tell. He kissed Justin Bieber on his neck and checked him for the wire. Watch this. Look. Look, he's whispering in his ear. Oh my God. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy's whispering in Justin's ear, telling him to not say nothing. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he's whispering in his ear, saying, look, I love you. You know what I mean? I miss you. I'll be home soon. Just hold your head down. We'll be back in love again. Da-da-da. Diddy was doing some type of manipulating ritual thing on Justin right here. This was to make Justin Bieber feel bad. You didn't trust him, Mr. Glover, because you checked him for the wire. But you wanted to make him feel bad for you because you know the feds was on that ass, Bible, you know, and you wanted to try to keep Justin Bieber on your side because you knew if Justin would have told, Justin Bieber would if his story would have made Cassie's story look like a daggone like nothing, a PG-13 joint, if Justin Bieber would have actually testified. Everybody get them likes up. Double tap that screen, man. This is horrible. Wow. And Justin said, I love you. Wow. Kelly just hit that super chat again, Bros of Bible. She said he doing it to signal to freaks he's a snitch. Oh my God. Listen, man, like even Freddie P was talking about Justin Bieber, Freddie P and Freddie P's Twisties. Y'all know Freddie P from Making It a Band that had to go get the cheesecake? He was talking about Justin Bieber being terrified of Diddy Glover. We got 1,300 people, guys. We need 300 likes. Double tap that screen. Freddie P and Freddie P's Twisties was talking about it.
What are you doing with it?
Listen. Were you at Diddy houses?
What are you doing with it? I think that's weird, bro. I think, let me be honest. We all can sit back and have allegations or suspect a certain thing of us about a person, but until them feds show pictures or until somebody come and actually show proof, We can't believe it, but when you got 1,000 bottles to add with all the stories, 1,000 bottles, my brother, you didn't even give enough to get rid of them.
Right, knowing that
That's what his
knowing that those 1,000 bottles of baby oil, you got to think about it. Everybody was like, "Hey, it's baby oil. It's innocent." Yes, for the people who was down with the freaky deaky. But 1,000 bottles of baby oil is 1,000 tasty cakes. This is 1,000 backs that's being blown out. 1,000 backs. No frame left. You getting your back blown out to where your frame is just laying right under the plant. Pure survival. It's just this part of your body and your back. The frame is just right there next to the plant. You know what I'm saying? Like, smash that like button, man. Shout out to Freddie P and his twisties.
1,000 bottles. My brother, you didn't even give enough to get rid of them. That's where his cockiness stood in at. See, when you're P. Diddy at 50, you never picture jail.
Right.
Ever. I've gotten away with it for 30 years. I got this. I know how to slide them in and slide them out. I know how to move the drugs.
Wow, yes. Diddy Glover never thought that he was ever going to go to jail. Because he got away with it for 30 years, pure survival. And he was allegedly smashing Justin Bieber since he was like, what, 4 or 5 years old? You know what I'm talking about? Freddie P got the facial expression of ill. Did somebody fart? Ill, something stink. Did somebody fart? That's when you know it's serious. When your facial expressions turn to an ill, did somebody fart look? Smash that like button, guys.
Ever. I've gotten away with it for 30 years. I got this. I know how to slide them in and slide them out. I know how to move the drugs. They ain't gonna check no P. Diddy. Reality check, man. That's all it was. He got too comfortable. It's only one king. It's the king of all kings. I don't care if you're the king of your house. There's only one king. King of all kings. And he gonna remind you every time. Like, Puff, bro, to your ass. Wow. You nigga, like, freaky. Y'all freaky men. How they say in Chicago, freaky man?
Smash that like button if y'all agree with Freddie P and Freddie P's twisties. He said Diddy Glover was a very freaky man. He was a very freaky man.
Like, Puff, bro, to your ass. Wow. You nigga, like, freaky. Y'all freaky men. How they say in Chicago, freaky man? Freaky man. That nickname, freaky man. I look at his kids and everything. It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know. Like, why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child.
Wow.
So he not.
So Freddie P is alleging that Diddy was smashing Little I'll Be Sure. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy was smashing Little I'll Be Sure. You know what I mean? And I apologize. Can y'all hear me? Somebody just tried to call me through Facebook, Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of texting me, y'all can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Okay, we can hear you. Okay, so y'all all believe that Diddy might have been smashing Little I'll Be Sure? Because that's what Freddie P is insinuating. Excuse me, y'all.
Because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours.
Wow.
And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets? He got one.
Wow. He said he got a Diddy Glover has a Michael Jackson secret. with little Albie Shore. They have a Neverland secret. Everybody, look, we need 300 more likes. Double tap that screen if y'all think Diddy and Albie Shore, a son, has a Neverland secret. That Diddy was eating his funnel cake. This is crazy.
See, he's separated with him, and you provide him with everything he want. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of those secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, I mean, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother not gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
Quincy, right?
I don't know.
Yep, Quincy is
All I'm
the
gonna
name.
say is, I don't know.
Albie Shore, son?
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now, like that? Like you, that seemed like grooming to me. I got, oh, that's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here, huh? Kenny's daughter's got brothers. Go show one man that do it.
Wow, so Freddie P is saying, I don't care what nobody say. I think Diddy was smashing little Albie Shore. Smash that like button.
Grooming to me. I got, oh, that's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here, huh? Kenny's daughter's got brothers. Go show one man that do it. That ain't in the household with him. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm not married to your mother. If I'm married to your mother, then yeah, fuck your daddy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there, I'm here. But I'm not married to your mother. You actually my stepson. I keep you with me. I treat you like what for? I want to know what Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. That man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video. I'm in the streets, dog. People know, fear, dog.
Did you see that? He said that Justin Bieber is terrified of Diddy Glover. Justin Bieber is terrified of him.
I treat you like what for? I want to know what Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. That man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video. I'm in the streets, dog. People know, fear, dog. You're like, what's up? What happened to your number? You're like, I lost it. Fear, man. You gotta think of.
And we all saw that video of how scared Justin Bieber was when Diddy was questioning him about how come you ain't called me? How come we haven't been spending time? How come we haven't spooned in a while? And he was just a baby right there.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
You hear him stuttering? He said you're starting to act different. Like Justin Bieber was one of his girls. Like this was one of your girls and she acting crazy. Pure survival. Like, girl, why you ain't picking up your motherfucking phone? I done text you like 20 sometimes. What you messing around with another dude? What's going on? How can you this is crazy.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
My number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Made him get them digits up. Made him give up the digits.
You've been a big supporter of mine, all jokes aside. This right here is my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and we got the crew going around now. You in New York City, and we got the Dirty Money crew. We wanted to make you an official.
And this is how the grooming happens, ladies and gentlemen. Not only are you allegedly smashing this boy, but Diddy Glover was using him to help sell his records at the same time. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. We need 300 more likes and we get our 1,000. He's grooming him and then using his popularity for the younger audience so Justin can bring in other young victims, in my opinion. Pure survival. Look at the grooming.
Member of the Dirty Money crew.
Are you serious?
There you go.
That is
Justin Bieber.
swag.
This is your swag. And then you gotta do the swag walk too. I gotta show you the swag walk.
Show me the swag walk.
And Scooter, Scoop, manager, mogul, extraordinaire, you too.
I just got much cooler.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Dirty money. Okay, so when we walk down the streets of New York, we hit them like this. So me and you walking, we hanging out, you know, a little later on the night after the Usher concert. You know.
Get those ladies, right?
Yeah, after that, the ladies, we in the street, Times Square. We go.
Look at that. Notice this. He's teaching him, no disrespect. Shout out to the LBG community, pure survival. He's teaching Justin Bieber the trans hand, like you know what I'm saying. I don't want to call it the gay hand, but what? Notice how he's like, yeah, we gotta move him. Like it's the hey for real. What Jamie Foxx say? Word up. It's the gay hand. Watch this. He's teaching them the gay hand, like sneakily.
Hit them like this. So me and you walking, we hanging out, you know, a little later on the night after the Usher concert. You know.
Get those ladies, right?
Yeah, after that, the ladies, we in the street, Times Square. We go.
Wow, look at that.
Swag.
Look at the hand.
Swag.
Look at
that. You see my hand right there? That's pushing the hate back. There's a lot of hate sometimes.
Look at the hand. Look at the hand. He's teaching them all pills of Bible. Look at the hand. This is pure grooming and sickness during survival. Trying to teach him the hand and telling him it's to get the motherfuckers out your way. No, it's for him to get you bent over like this with your hand. You know what I'm saying? Wow. This is crazy. He's teaching them the gay hand. Look at this.
Swag.
Wow.
Swag. Try it.
So this hand?
Yeah, hand.
Wow.
This hand.
Wow.
Push it back like you're pushing the wind back. Swag. Ooh.
Oh my God. This is crazy. Oh my God. And Justin Bieber had no idea what was happening to him. They have certain ways of groomage. Oh my God. He just taught him the gay hand right in front of us. This is crazy, man. Smash that like button, guys. And look how excited he looked. Pills of Bible. And Diddy is looking at him as a white girl the whole time. Like, look, I got this little white girl. She's like, swag. This, man. And Terrence Howard said it, man. Terrence Howard said it best. Even Terrence Howard was talking about what Justin Bieber was going through. Even Terrence Howard. When Diddy was trying to smash Terrence, he knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they try to make it like Terrence Howard was crazy and he was just saying what he was saying for no reason. No, man. And he said, you can't get over what they done to you. And clearly Justin Bieber has not got over it, Usher. He has not got over it. Smash that like button, guys.
Life in
Why do you think that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And
Now, y'all hear that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with Terrence Howard. He said, put a 2 if y'all disagree. He said there's so much stuff that these people did in Hollywood that they can't get over it. When they were being drugged, when they were being partied, when they were being passed around, and they know it, these tapes, they seeing it, yo.
You know, there's a short life in...
Why do you think that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. Wow. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card.
And look at that face. I smell doo-doo. I smell doo-doo. He had no idea that Terrence Howard was going to burst out and say that. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much lost your manhood. And it wasn't Justin Bieber's fault. Justin Bieber was a kid, pure survival. Usher lost his manhood, allegedly too, by the same man. You know what I'm saying? And all Justin want to do is tell on this man and others in Hollywood. And Usher wants to protect these people. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Wow. I've never seen someone recover from it. Guys, smash that like button. We need 200 more likes. Out of 1,400 people, 200 people double tap that screen right now, and we are in the building. You know what I'm saying? He said you lose some kind of spiritual being. These people are vampires. These people are so demonic. Like they don't just want to take your virginity. They don't want to just blow your back out. They want to take your soul on top of that. That is crazy.
You lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You should have
that got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. And this is what allegedly happened to Justin Bieber. Got punked out and pimped out by an over greater demon when he was a kid, where they made it like it was normal. Here, you want to be rich, you want to be famous. You know what I mean? This is the other side of it. Just don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just wow hearing it. And like he said, this is everybody that went to the Diddy Glover's parties and the Epstein parties and all these other people, the Clive Davis, shitty diaper parties, all of that stuff. Smash that like button.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys.
You see that? He said you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber. You seen Bieber. Yes, Bashir Gray as well. Pure survival. Clive is who groomed Diddy Glover. Facts. You know what I'm saying? It goes from one groomer, one vampire to the next vampire. If there's no garlic around, if you have no garlic, no bleach, different things like that to survive and fight against, you know, you got to have sunlight. You got some of the vampires, they got to get you in darkness. You know what I'm saying? And the sun burns their eyes. The sun burns their eyes. That's why, like, man, listen, You could take a water gun and put like garlic water inside of there, and you could like squirt the vampires in their eyes. It'll burn them for just a moment, but you still got to get away somehow. It only works temporarily. It's like a generic Tylenol. It's only going to take your headache away for just a second. So you need to, man, you got to literally have garlic everywhere surrounding your bathtub because you never know when they're coming. Smash that like button, guys. Not the sun. Yes, the sun. Yes.
And I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card.
Wow.
You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So
wow. See that? So you don't have the soul that you started with. You can get an Oscar, you can get a Grammy, you can get all of that. But the things you were doing when you were drunk and high and when you were being drugged and when you went through that door, when you signed that devilish contract, pure survival, motherfuckers can't get it out of their head. You know what I'm saying? Knowing, goddamn, like I won this Oscars, but I had got my cakes bashed in. I got my cakes bashed in last night. Like after I win the Oscars, then they take me to one of their little parties, drug me all up, and then bash my cakes in and say, "Look, you're a winner. Look, you got your Oscars." But I don't have my virginity no more. Yo, it's crazy.
hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
Wow.
You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Don't trade it
Did you
in.
ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah. I
when you
mean,
said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, he wanted me to be his acting coach for a while.
Now y'all see this? Now for the fact that Diddy Glover was trying to beg Terrence Howard to be his acting coach, pure survival, staring all in Terrence Howard's hazelnut eyes. Diddy looked at his hazelnut eyes and said, "Ooh, Terrence, I like that, daddy. Oh, I like that, daddy." And then had Terrence Howard scrambling and scraping for the front motherfucker door when he went down to Diddy's dungeon, thinking that he just wanted to teach him how to act. No, that was Diddy trying to sneakily get him over to his dungeon so he could see if he could smash. So imagine when you got the young person like Justin Bieber and Usher and all of them. Them motherfuckers was too young. Like they didn't know. He got them a little toy and all this shit, remote control car, pills of Bible, and then got them cakes. He was a grown man trying to survive Diddy Glover's freak off advances. This is crazy, guys. We need 100 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. Out of the 1,400, 100 people double tap that screen. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just been rocking and rolling. Shout out to all my members. You know what I mean? Everybody who want to become a member, come on through. We survived the industry over here. I just need you to know that. And if you say something demonic in my chat, we're going to all put garlic inside. We're not just going to block you or nothing like that, unless you say something too disrespectful. But we're going to put the garlic in here just in case you were sent from one of these demons to come in the chat. We got to make sure you're not a vampire. We got to make sure that you're not a vampire. You know what I mean? And you're trying to blow somebody's back out in this chat. We're not going to have that. You know what I'm saying? If you sleep upside down, just sleep upside down. But leave us alone. We lay on beds around here. Pure survival. We lay on beds.
You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me.
Wow.
Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Wow. Do you hear what Terrence Howard has just said? You wanted me to be your acting coach. I'm trying to be nice and come there and teach you how to act during survival. I get there and I show up with my hazelnut eyes, minding my business. You know what I'm saying? With my Crocodile Dundee motherfucking hat on. I'm playing the guitar and Diddy's just staring at him. He's just looking in his eyes. He's just looking in his eyes. Talking about, I just want to party. You ain't never party with me. I mean, I'm talking about party. Like he did the Fabulous. Terrence Howard had no idea why Diddy Glover kept staring in his motherfucking eyes. And then his goddamn Terrence Howard manager told him, look, I think Diddy's trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? Like this like a man, ladies. If a man invites you over his house, pure survival, 9 out of 10, no, 10 out of 10, he's trying to smash. He's not inviting you over for nothing. To just be, come on, with you. No, motherfucker's trying to fuck. That's why he's trying to get you drunk, everything. Look, what you want to drink? I got everything. What you get? What you want? You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfucker want fuck. And that's what Diddy wanted to do to Terrence. But Terrence had no idea that he lured him over there by acting like he used something Terrence loved. Terrence loved to act. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? But Diddy wanted to act inside of his cakes. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Wow.
That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
That's why you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. So Diddy Glover's thinking just because Terrence Howard had hazel eyes that Terrence Howard's sweet. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Terrence played in the Jacksons and Hustle and Flow and all that shit. Other people, like the dude from Three Strikes, he go way back with Terrence Howard. He said Terrence Howard was like a gangster on the low, pure survival. He an intelligent, cool, laid-back guy, but Terrence Howard is not no punk by far, pure survival. And Diddy Glover had to find out the hard way. Terrence don't play that shit. And it's other producers that was trying to smash. Like he said, he was ready to punch him right in the head.
Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept.
Wow.
So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss them.
And I don't think that that's disrespect to the LBG community. He's just letting it be known that I don't play them roles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tonguing a dude down. I'm not tugging a boy down. I'm not doing that for no role during survival. Because a lot of times they'll have you do that just so they can try to smash you behind the scenes. Like, all right, I got him to play this role, pure survival. We got him to compromise himself. So now I know I could bend him like a Pepsi can. Now you got Modia showing up. Now you got Modia showing up at your crib, you know what I'm saying, offering you $100,000 to get buck ass naked, pure survival. You see what I'm saying? It's all a setup. It's all a setup. Smash that like button, guys. We need 70 more likes. We get 70 more likes and we got 1,000. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of y'all, man. Like we give a dime. We care. You know what I'm saying? And just for Usher to say that he having nightmares of Diddy still up to this day. Imagine what Justin Bieber's having. If you said you was having nightmares, imagine what Justin's having. And all he wanted you to do was stand up and have his back during survival. Not his cheeks, but his back.
After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight. We would after being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs. I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week.
That man said that I have a problem sleeping up to this day. That's how you know it had to been horrible. You can't even sleep, Usher. Pure survival.
TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded. Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties. Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut.
And you know what? Side life, you right. That was some soul crushing ish that Usher went through. But the sad part about it is that Usher went through that and took Justin Bieber there, knowing what he allegedly went through, pure survival. Even though we know, I still gotta say allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel like if Usher came out and just said, look, I went through this with Diddy, but I didn't know that he was gonna do that to Justin Bieber, I could respect that more. But for him to act like nothing ever happened and never say nothing while Justin Bieber's trying to come out and say something, it's not right to me. Justin Bieber's trying to come clean and come forward. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin know, and I hope he know that we're still going to love him and love his music either way. Same way with Usher. But it's just like Usher still act like Diddy has some kind of freak off hold on him. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I turned into one of these vampires myself and I'm like, F it. I'm out still looking for other minors to cast their soul. He doesn't want to face the demons that have attacked him. Wow, homegirl just said. So Usher don't want to face it. But Usher can't say anything. He's in the same spot as Justin Bieber. They are big at the top. Then that's a true story too, Jerusalem. That's effed up. We don't love celebrities here. Not anymore. Exactly. We've been over that. You are absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pig Lords. You know what I mean? Yeah, we used to years ago when before we knew these demonic things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, mm, uh-uh. Smash that like button, everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? We almost at 1,000. He needs to eat his own poison, cherries. Wow. I mean, hey, Usher, this is your confession. Yes, Usher, you got to make a confession. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, all you got to do is say, it's going to burn for me to say this. It's coming from my heart. It's been a long time coming, but I had my cakes ripped apart. I really want to fit this out, but I don't think that Diddy's going to change. I just want me and him to go our separate way. Like we would respect you. You know what I'm saying? If you just go ahead on and just let it burn, because Justin Bieber is trying to let it burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Why don't they do it together? Well, that's what Justin Bieber is saying. Justin wants the tail together. Usher don't want to say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Howard Stern was at the parties also acting like he doesn't know what was going on. Facts, TY Eagles. Howard Stern is a whole hot freak off mess. Pills of Bible. Tall broomstick head. We know he's freaky diggy. That black lady that be up there talking all nasty, letting them talk nasty around her is. I'm like, how you sitting there? These dudes talking super nasty and talking nasty about you too, around you, and you're just sitting there laughing at everything. It's so embarrassing to me. Pure survival. Shout out to CVZ Daz just hit that super chat. Pure survival. She says, so sad. Many sons left fatherless to fend for themselves with these booty bandits out here. Shout out to you. You're not lying. I appreciate your super chat, especially during survival, and for you bringing the facts in the super chat. You know what I mean? Like if you put a super chat and speak some deep stuff, facts like that, it hits harder. It hits harder because everybody get to see it. It's highlighted. That is true. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel on top of that, all of the parents, the mothers and the fathers, you know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, you know what? We'll go with the fatherless, and then we're gonna go with the mothers that been dropping them off at the dungeon. Like Patty, Justin Bieber's mother, Patty Cake, dropped him off to a grown-ass man and put him in the oven. You know what I'm saying? Usher's mother. They all was dropping them off and not caring of what they were going through during survival, because I want the money off of my kid, because I didn't make it to where I was wanting to make it in life. So now I'm still trying to live through my children, but matter of fact, live through their money. Pure survival. Drop them off. Here you go. You can have them. Just give me a check. You know what I mean? All the testimony against Diddy and basically nothing happened to him. These guys who had something happen, sorry for your pain. Shout out to you, Donna Woods. And you're telling the truth, Donna Woods. And you're doing it during survival, which is very important. What do you do to something else? I mean, what you do to somebody else's child will come back on you. Facts, boss queen. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sweetheart. You know what I mean? At the lounge. Facts, baby cakes. Facts. I'm daddy cakes. You're baby cakes. But facts. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mills dropped off his own cheeks. Yeah, Meek was older. Moonshocks. We seen and we heard that video where we heard the moaning, the screaming, the hollering. It was very traumatizing. It was like I knew somebody's cakes was definitely unraveled. No more plastic left on Meek Mill's tasty cakes. Definitely. You know what I mean? And then he was bunny hopping. Meek Mills was bunny hopping for the billionaires. And the billionaires was just hugging them all from the back. That's why 50 Cent said that Diddy was trying to hug him from the back. He said, I'm not letting you take me shopping. Pure survival. I got my own money. Because he knew that Diddy was making these sexual advances. You know what I mean? And then you remember when Diddy reached out and grabbed a hold of Jay-Z's Tasty Cakes. This is why I think that Jay-Z, you know what I mean, to me, was down with that stuff. Cause he didn't smack Diddy hand or nothing when Diddy palmed his cheeks on stage. Instead of grabbing a mic, he grabbed Jay-Z's rear end. And Jay-Z didn't do nothing. And back then is when you used to bust a sag. You remember when motherfuckers would sag all the way down to their kneecaps and it's nothing but cakes out? He grabbed the cakes and nothing happened. So I was like, okay, it's consensual then. Let's pray for Justin. Justin is a father now. Yes, let's pray for Justin. And it hits different now. Protect your children. Yes, ZKSY. Facts. I mean, rip the band-aid off and let it heal. Absolutely. Yeah, man, this is some real deal Holyfield stuff, guys. And there's so many people. I shout out to y'all that's leaving comments. If I miss it, I'm sorry because it's going fast. You know, Diddy got your picture in his cell. He probably does. Ebel, Ebel, you don't think that I think that Diddy was looking at me lustful as I was trying to survive, the industry? I was calling Diddy Glover out before he got locked up. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So I know he was looking at me as I was making fun, and he was probably saying, "Ooh, I like that funny dude, Daddy. Daddy, who this funny motherfucker right here? Oh, I like that motherfucker, Daddy. I don't care if he talking about me like a dog. I want him." Yes. But Diddy Glover, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no possibility that he could have ever unraveled my cakes. You know what I'm saying? But yes, when Diddy wants you, he wants you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna sit there and act like Diddy probably wasn't looking at Jamil like he was trying to take advantage. But he couldn't get me drunk, and I wake up like little Rodney, pure survival, talking about I don't know what happened. I just woke up buck ass naked with Diddy Glover. No, you knew what Diddy was down. Little Rodney know that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. You was going steady with Diddy. Diddy ain't take advantage of you, sir. You was mad because you didn't get that money. But you was freaking off and getting your back blowed. This world needs Jesus Christ now more than ever. Prayers for all the victims. Shout out to Mama Bear. Everybody, shout out to Mama Bear. That's some real talk right there, Mama Bear. They need Lord. You know what I'm saying? We all just got to be closer to God, Jesus, everything. You know what I mean? That industry is so demonic, though. Mama Bear, that industry is so crazy. They got to clean out that whole industry. You know what I mean? Because the people that's in charge, it's like, man, it's bad. I'm just glad that these young people today are getting to hear what these other young people went through. That some people are paying consequences. But it's so many that have not been convicted or charged. Look at that spooky looking dude, the Abercrombie and Fitch dude, Pierce Bible. He looked like the dude that played on the Goonies movie. Hey, you guys! The dude from the Abercrombie and Fitch that was blowing the backs out of the little young white boy models. That man, and then they let him get out on a $10 million bond, pure survival. If you didn't let Diddy Glover out, you shouldn't have let this goony looking motherfucker out either. You know what I'm saying? They're all, to me, predators. And what you think they're going to do when you let them out? They're going to continue to pray, pure survival. That's why we must pray. We need 50 more likes, guys. Everybody smash that like button. Shout out to Dina. Dina DV1 Track Mom. Pure survival. Shut up, Dina. Dina just hit that super chat during survival, which is very important. Justin Bieber is a grown man now, and I'm not going to lie. That's why, and they say that allegedly it's a tape with Diddy and Justin Bieber where it's consensual. As adults, as Justin Bieber is an adult. But this is what I'm gonna say, Ann. Justin Bieber wasn't an adult at 14. So if you turn him out as a young kid and take advantage of him and make him think that this is normalized and brainwash him, this is why Justin Bieber still was doing it as an adult. This is why they was able to get him all drunk and methed out and high and had him making Odell Beckham's wiener disappear and Trey Songz's wiener disappear. You know what I'm saying? I bet the dance floor know my name. The whole club knew his name and knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the neighbors. But yes, he's grown now, so he has a right, you know what I mean, to be with whoever you want to be with. You want to be with a boy, you want to be with a girl, whatever. Like, we love everybody over here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, like I said, the LBG community, Praise the Bible. We love everybody. But we don't like people that are word people or take advantage of people or push people into stuff that they're not into during survival. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't take my cheeks if I didn't want my cheeks taken. I didn't give you my cheeks. You know what I mean? So why was I drugged? Why did I wake up? You know what I mean? With all these handprints on my cheeks. And I don't even know who put these handprints all over my cheeks. But it's a dozen different handprints. If forensics came in, they're going to find so many different DNAs, so many different Illuminati DNAs all over my cakes. You know what I'm saying? Protect your cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, yeah, look, we need 20 more likes, guys, and we at 1,000. Jamil, I love you, man. Pearls of Bible. Shout out to Malcolm Berry. No Diddy. No Diddy Glover. Malcolm Berry, I love you too, Malcolm. Jamil is funniest on YouTube. Shout out to Moonshot. Pearls of Bible. Thank you. You know what I mean? Waking up with sore butt, with sore tasty cakes. It's crazy, man. Frosted cakes, no Diddy. Yes, man. But Justin Bieber, man, we are standing with Justin to keep it real, man. And not just Justin, we're standing with all these young child stars that was taken advantage of by these grown demonic devils that sleep upside down. We're calling them out. We're calling them out. You know what I mean? When we finding out that they're allegedly eating children, and for people to question why Justin Bieber took off and fired on Usher, he fired on him. That's a different kind of anger. Pierce the Bible. He fired on Usher. And then watch when they come out. They're going to try to say, oh, the fight wasn't like that. There were people that was there that said Justin Bieber saw Usher and I'm talking about he did a super fly in the air punch on Usher out of nowhere. And Usher was slipping in his Super Bowl skates. I'm talking about sliding all around. You know what I'm talking about? So you telling me that Justin Bieber just fired on him, tried to sock him for no reason? No, that's something, that's a lot of anger. They said that punch Justin Bieber had a lot of anger in it. He been holding on to that punch probably since a kid. Like wondering, why did you drop me off over here? Why do you know what's happening, Usher? And you ain't coming to do nothing about it, Usher? Justin been holding on to that punch for years during survival. You know what I mean? But they're going to have, I guarantee you, they're going to have somebody come out on Justin's team or Usher's team to try to say, it wasn't like that. It was just a misunderstanding. They were just having a misunderstanding. Y'all think that we was born yesterday? They was just having a misunderstanding. Did you ever hear somebody say 50 Cent, that Eminem walked up and fired on 50 Cent? Pierce the Bible? Eminem put 50 Cent in the position that he's in now. Saved 50 Cent life. 50 Cent probably would have been a hood, you know what I mean? Stayed in the hood, even been dead in jail. 50 Cent saved that man. I mean, Eminem saved his life. He loved Eminem. And I would love him too. I would love anybody that put me in that position. Pierce the Bible took me out the goddamn ghetto. You'll never hear a story that Eminem swung on 50 Cent or 50 Cent swung on Eminem. They never talk bad about each other ever in life. Pierce the Bible. You notice how 50 Cent come for everybody? You never even heard 50 Cent make a joke or a emoji or troll Eminem yet. Because I say yeah, because they can make up some shit to where they want to do a joke together. But I'm saying he would never do Eminem like that. And Eminem would never do him like that. Don't you think Justin Bieber would be that way with Usher? Usher put him in the position. Justin Bieber's talented like a mother effer. So of course his talent got him there, but Usher was already on. So that was all Justin Bieber need. So don't you think Justin Bieber would love and be looking up to him? He did once upon a time. Guaranteed. But he feel like he turned his back on him when he really needed him, when he was a child. You see, my mom turned her back on me, Pearl her Bible. She just wanted money. She took off like your mother did. You know what I mean? And I feel like Justin still was trying to hold love for Usher for a long time. But when he finally want to come out and tell everybody, and Usher don't want to say nothing and act like Diddy is innocent and all these people innocent, he ain't trying to hear that shit no more. That's where it is. All that love is out the window. I've lost my virginity to a man named Diddy Glover. Not Teresa. Not Tracy. No, I lost my virginity to Diddy, to Puff Daddy back then. Matter of fact, Pearl Bible, he was Puff Daddy. He took that and took that and took that. You know what I mean? Shout out to CVD Daz. Hit that super chat again. God damn it, Pearl Bible. That calls for it. God damn it, Pearl Bible. That's a different kind. If you won't loan someone your cell phone for 24 hours, never loan your kids for 24 hours. Wow, Bible. I understand why my parents never allowed any of that. Shout out to you. Goodness gracious. Do you hear how she just broke that down? Like she been dropping jewels in the damn super chat. She said that's like lending out your cell phone for 48 hours. And you know goddamn well, like, look, you can't get my phone for 5 minutes. 48 hours? That is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is really, really crazy. Yeah, when you look at that, the terminology of that, like you gave up your kid, but you wouldn't give up your cell phone. Man, smash that like button, everyone. We got 15 more likes. You guys are incredible. Y'all awesome. Yeah, I mean, y'all know if you ain't following me on Instagram, go over there, follow me on Instagram. If you ain't following me on TikTok, go over there, follow me on TikTok. We're going to continue to survive the industry. You know, we're going to see what else. I'm sneezing like a motherfucker, guys. And that's from the garlic. I told you I got garlic inside of, you know what I mean? Even the garlic is in the candles. The garlic is in the candles. You know what I mean? You see the garlic chippings and you know what I'm saying? So it makes you sneeze, but it protects you and it protects your rear end. It protects your cakes. So like I said, shout out to all of y'all. We're going to stay up to this. And just know when they come out and try to sugarcoat the fight and act like it wasn't like that, don't pay them no mind, because that's how they lie to us. But we not stupid. Garlic's up. Pierce a Bible.